Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday morning? Just glad to be in the land of the living. That's me. And so let me introduce just myself. My name is Candace, and I am one half of the Couples Lounge show, and this is my sexy husband,
Ramon.
and we do this on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And this platform is where we come and we talk about love, marriage, and relationships. And ain't nobody doing it like us.
Because they ain't us.
And so we are so grateful, so honored to have you join the conversation. What they say is the Tux, the couples lounge, give you something to talk about. And so that is what we aim for every time we step to the mic, is to give you something to talk about. I find that we make conversations easy for couples to have because you're able to say, well, Candace said this. What you think? Ramon said this. What you think? And so we hope that you are inspired, encouraged, moved, and that you just have a new way of thinking after the Couples Lounge show go off, and that we have you thinking. Um, Want to give any shout outs to anybody? Anybody?
Shout out to all the brothers.
Okay. So, of course, we got to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. We got to talk about the interview. She had a whole interview last night. And child, I was at a football game. So I didn't get to watch the interview, but I'm going to make it a point to find it and watch it. It ain't on YouTube, but I do want to watch it. Oh, I forgot to say, when y'all come into the space, say good morning, say what's up. Our community talks a lot in the chat. So if this is your first time, don't be afraid to post your comments, your feedbacks, your questions into the comments section. And so we just came off, many of y'all know that follow us. We had our retreat last weekend. We'll talk about that later on. But an amazing experience at
It was
amazing bed and breakfast. We was able to see the bed and breakfast actually, like when we first went, the grounds were it was like winter time, so the grounds was like gray. Like we didn't get to really experience the beauty of it until we went back. So
It was wintertime?
it was like March.
Maybe that's spring.
Well, spring, but the grass was dead. It hadn't came back alive yet. Or was it March or February?
No, it wasn't cold. So it sure wasn't February.
It was cold.
It wasn't cold.
Well, our colds are different.
Yeah, very true.
Our colds are very different.
You're cold at 81.
I can't, probably.
No.
Probably. So you all, we're gonna ask y'all this at the beginning. If we say something, you hear a comment in the feedback, whatever, we need to share the message of the Couples Lounge. So make sure you like, you follow, and subscribe on all platforms. All right.
I give a shout out to all the men that were at the Couples Lounge. If they're watching the
At
show.
the retreat? You said at the Couples Lounge.
Yeah, at the marriage retreat. Shout out to all them brothers, man. I met some real good dudes. We text, I got each other. We're friends. Really? Yeah, we're friends now on social media. Man, real good dudes. Real good dudes. It was good. Well, I knew two. Well, I knew one. Met one before.
Oh yeah.
And the other three brothers, my boys now.
Okay. So we're going to talk about Jada Smith and the reveal. So she has a new book out called Worthy. So I heard a lot of people say, why Jada keep talking? She embarrassing this man and this, that, and the other. I guess because I'm me, I've never seen anything wrong with her speaking out.
No, hell, I did. because she kept speaking of she was kept reference her love and affection for another man for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I had a problem with that. You're
Okay.
married. I don't want to hear about your ex-boyfriend or the ex-love of your life. Man, I love him. If that couldn't have been you,
Mm-hmm.
and me and you rocking,
Yeah.
I would have lost him and cussed you out on the couples lounge and go be with Pac then and walked out. I wouldn't listen to Tupac music no more. All that.
Good morning, Darian. How you doing?
Nah, you're not gonna keep doing me like that. That's what I had a problem with.
So this is what I'm gonna ask everybody to do in this moment. As we have this conversation on this show, is that we humanize Jada, that we humanize Will, that we humanize the marriage union, so to say. And so let's take them out of looking at them like they're celebrities, so to say, and let's humanize them. And so this is the first point. This is what, as I thought about this situation, as we got ready for this show, is the power of secrets. The power of secrets. And the thing that celebrities go through, that they are not void of a human experience. No, despite money.
Yeah. That's the only thing that they got money and everybody know.
Right. So I look at it like this. Secrets are a form of protection. And when I say secrets, for them to have been separated since 2016, and I really can't say that it was a secret, because as you go back and you watch and you listen to stuff, they said that they separated. But the thing about it is they put on a facade. As you keep showing up in public together, you put on the facade that y'all are still in union. Y'all haven't said that we are permanently separated. So I guess it's at the perception of us that are listening.
I don't understand why I do that. I get the Oscars, them coming together. Mm-hmm. I can understand that. That's a huge moment. And it was, I don't know, rumored, if you will, or Will had a great chance of winning the Oscar. Mm-hmm. He had a great shot of winning it. So I get them showing up together there. But I'm not coming with you and we're living separately and we're separating, we're not together. We're not doing this show. I don't want to do the show with you no more. I don't want to go out in public and make people think we're a couple.
Right. But we could still do the show together.
Why would we?
Why wouldn't we?
I don't want to be around you like that.
See,
we just separate. We're no longer together. At that point, I need to get away from you. I need to heal because I'm not in a good place right now. I'm doing bad. We just broke up.
So you're saying at the onset of it?
Yeah, the onset.
And maybe they didn't. On the onset,
she said they need some deep healing, but I don't. What the hell? You would want to do the show still?
I think we could still do the show.
Nah, we ain't doing the
show. I think we could still do the show.
I don't want to be around.
So, good morning, Miss Precious girl. Where you been? And so, secrets. And so, let me tell you what
everybody got secrets.
Everybody got secrets. You think?
Everybody got secrets. And here's the thing. A secret could be something. A secret could easily be something the other person has no clue about. You just ain't said something you said, you done, you acted, you know will piss that person off or will hurt that person. That's a secret. I'm not immune to it. I got secrets. You got secrets. Mm-hmm. You got secrets from me. I got secrets from you. So I don't know where you're going with it, but we all got secrets.
Don't act like we ain't all got
secrets. You ain't got baby, stop.
I ain't got no secrets from you.
You're not being honest right now.
I know.
You're not being honest on this show. That's the first time I could say my wife is not being honest on this show.
I don't have secrets from you.
I don't know what they are, so I'm not acting like I know, but I know you got secrets.
No, I revealed my everything last. I had. Let me say I had.
Everything.
I had secrets. I'm sorry.
Everything that you've done that's pertaining to us in a relationship, for how you acted, the things you said, things you've done, I know about. You gonna honestly sit here and tell that bald face lie?
I don't think we've been together for so long.
Okay, married,
so
baby, married.
No. Even married, but I don't think it's anything that I'm withholding from you. That that's a secret. I cannot tell him that. No,
I'm not buying that.
No,
if that's the stock, I'm not buying
it. Okay, that's where I'm at in life. Oh, okay. So, research suggests that keeping secrets can significantly boost stress hormones, impact blood pressure, affect sleeping patterns, contribute to mental health disorders, anxiety and depression, substance abuse, and chronic pain. Okay. And so, as I read that, you think about the Red Table Talk. They both was having two different experiences on that Red Table Talk. Jada was sitting Indian style when they came out about August Alsina. She's sitting Indian style.
And she said Will wanted he asked to be on that. He asked to do the red topic after that. She said that.
And then he's over there in tears. His face, everything. Two different experiences.
She's hurt.
They've hurt each other. We're not putting that all on Jada. No, they've hurt each other.
I'm not down. He's done something.
Okay, so let's not say that.
Publicly hurt that man. Publicly.
By her words.
It's worse.
By her words.
It's worse.
It's not.
Oh,
it's not. Pain is pain.
So you don't think it's worse to publicly humiliate? I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Humiliate?
Yes. And hurt someone publicly than to do it privately. You don't think that makes it worse? Are you kidding me?
I think it's the perception of the person.
And it's a man that you're doing that.
I don't care. It's the perception of a person, because you could definitely be hurting me. Infidelity is a type of betrayal and hurt that, whether it's publicly or privately, hurts your soul. It hurts and breaks your heart. You won't know it because you ain't never experienced it.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But I'm talking about hurt and pain from his perspective. That man has hurt that woman, and just because he has not came out or she has not came out and publicly said
so
it,
you don't know
they have hurt each other. I do know because she has said, when the lady asked her, like, what was the breakdown or what caused y'all marriage to go into shambles, and she was like, it's just too much to be revealed. Okay. And so if you sitting here thinking that Will Smith has never heard Jada Smith,
but I again, you, Lord have mercy, let me educate you because you really not aware. I'm dead serious. When you hurt a man and you publicly hurt it and humiliate, how you say it again? Humiliate. I just jacked it up again. Say it one more time.
Humiliate.
There you go. When you publicly do that to a man, his ego, his pride, everything, that is taking it to another level. That's how people get hurt. If that man is not mature mentally, he could snap and hurt you when you do him like that publicly. Our ego is fragile. And for you to do that publicly, you can get hurt. You can't do a man like that publicly and think, what you gonna? No, baby. And he's wrong. If he snap out and do something, he's dead wrong. I don't care what he said, what you said or did. If he do something, he's wrong. I will not justify that. I'm giving you an explanation on what will happen if you do publicly
humiliate
a man publicly. You can't do it. And she has done it on numerous occasions, confessing her love. Tupac was my soulmate. And then not only that, you sleeping with our son's homeboy, which is gay himself. You doing that, and then what the?
They were separated, according to them.
What?
Okay. Anyway, the hurt is hurt. Hurt and pain is hurt and pain.
Pains and hurts.
And a woman can come and
it's not a different level.
I'm not
I
going
cuss you
to
out, argue, we get into it, and I disrespect you publicly. That's a hurt. You know, I can't believe my husband did me like that. Then I slap the hell out you and choke you in publicly, and everybody, you telling me that's not a whole nother level? It's different levels of hurt and pain. You don't agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, in this situation,
Okay, let me shut up.
What they have experienced based off what we know and what has been insinuated, you cannot say that she has done more to him than he has done to her.
From the outside looking in.
But it's, okay.
I'm going to say it like that.
So,
from the outside looking in.
Okay.
I don't think she like you.
So, understanding the impact of secrets, and then you go to the Oscars, where Jada is like, she was shocked to see it happen. That, and you go back and watch videos, like, they don't have wedding bands on. They don't.
That's not uncommon nowadays. I know people that don't.
Yeah, you may not, but I would say for us, and this ain't everybody, but if somebody loses a wedding band or something like that, we may not have immediately the $2,000-$3,000 to say, oh, you lost your band today? Okay, I'm going tomorrow to get you a band. We may not have the finances like that to go and whip it out. For a
man, there's no excuse. You can go get you something to represent that I'm married.
Right, correct.
Especially for a man. A woman might be a little, she might not want just a little plain band. But a man, you can go get a band from Walmart to go out here in these streets representing as a married man. Might not be the one she got, but you can go get a ring.
So my whole point is, this is what happens when we live in secrets. And I believe Jada is at a point in her life where she want to be free. I don't think it just started. I think that's why Jada constantly talks. Is when you have all that kind of stuff trapped in your spirit, and then he even said like they both need so much healing, and they come from two different lifestyles, where he saw I guess basically the traditional way of marriage, and she saw unconventional ways of marriage. This is what
happens when you make a housewife. You can't turn her into a housewife. You can't. It's gonna end disastrous every time.
That's such a
That's the true
immature statement.
That's the
such
true
an
statement.
Immature statement.
Huh?
It's an immature statement to me. That's an immature statement.
So she doesn't show whole qualities. She hasn't projected whole qualities. Honestly, I'm not being dead serious. Some of the actions and things she's done doesn't project a woman that's that.
Me personally have only known Jada to mess with one person, and that was August Alsina. That was the only person that Candace knew of that she has messed with. And so, stand as to what we are doing on today, living a lie every single day out loud, I believe is destroying their inner being. Secrets kill you if you have a conscience. If you have a conscience, that kind of stuff is messing with you internally. And so I watched the interview with her on oh my gosh, what is his name? The guy who does the interviews for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I forgot his name. And I watched the interview with him after his book here recently in 2021 with Oprah. Every time they were asked a question that contradicted their life, where basically somebody was talking about either separation or how do y'all keep the spark going, the stumbling that was happening as they were trying to answer the question, it was like they could not be honest with themselves in that moment. And again, that's what I'm talking about. The lie that when you're not being honest and you're living a lie, the internal that's going on within you and how it is impacting you. So Andy Cohen. Yes. That's it. So thank you for sharing, Ms. Wallace. Thank you. Good morning, Chris. Where you been? So That's my perspective on the secrets aspect of things. And so this is what I said. Jada's ready to be free. So I went to James 5:16 like we did at the retreat. Therefore, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayers of a righteous person is powerful and effective. And I believe that is the continued journey that Jada is on. My perspective. Why you sitting over here looking like this and sipping your coffee
I'm sorry.
like you?
I keep talking. I interrupt you while you talk. My bad. I was letting you talk, baby. I'm sorry. What I'm not supposed to interrupt. I can't let you get your thought out. You was telling me this. I'm listening, baby. What is the problem? Nigga, go on with the show, woman. Jada. Jada is for the streets,
baby.
I'm being honest. As a man, every man that's watching, I guarantee you won't find one that disagree. Jada is for the streets. Her action has shown it. Her words that she say has shown it. The things that she have said about her past and how she wasn't a innocent, wholesome girl. She's told you about her past and her sex addiction and not. Jada that's not a woman that's with qualities that you gal and marry and lock down and think she's gonna be with you and only you. She's shown you that. She's told you that. Why are you looking like that? I'm being honest. I'm giving you a man's honest opinion. Jada is for the streets.
Because
and when you try to make something, when you try to domesticate something that's for the jungle, you're going to struggle and have issues and have problems and go through hell. Would you? She's for the jungle. She's for the street. That's not a domesticated woman.
So would you say that same thing is why women have struggles in marriage because y'all are for the streets?
Some men, yes.
Y'all majority of y'all men. No, not all.
Okay,
not all.
So yes,
so
yes,
are you for the streets?
What the? I almost
are you for the
just
streets?
Took these mother freaky glasses
Are you
off.
for the streets?
Bro, are you serious?
Are you for the streets?
No, I'm not for the damn streets. What kind of question is that?
Were you for the streets when I married you?
Not when you married me, no. When we got married, no, I wasn't.
Remind.
What? When we got married, girl, I was effing faithful. What the freak you talking about? Now, while we were dating and was I for the street? Yep. But when we got married, it's a different story. So make it different. It's classify. Clear that up.
Okay.
What? Quit all this and not talking. Say what you feel. What are you saying?
So the things that we have experienced in our marriage, do you feel like Ramon was for the streets?
You have no idea what's a man for the street because I have never treated you like I'm for the streets and you wouldn't have the slightest idea. You think you do, but you don't.
I'm not talking about what I didn't know.
No, I'm talking
we can
about
talk about what I did know. We're talking about what I did know.
Okay.
Would you classify yourself as you still saying no?
Yes, because you want to answer it in several different ways, but the answer is still the same.
See that
you don't know what a man looks like. That's for the streets. That's trying to gag you. No, you do not, because I have never shown you that.
Okay,
so you would know a man for the streets don't give up. I'm going to say and do whatever. If you hurt, you got a problem with it, so be it. I'm going to continue to do me because I'm for the streets. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care to please you like that. I'm going to continue to do whatever it is I'm doing. And if you don't like it, it is what it is. That's what someone for the streets does. That's what Jada has been doing. Like, I'm going to continue to say and do whatever. Damn your feelings, Will. I don't care.
So because she's so for you, a person based off of what Jada is doing, what I'm hearing you say is because she has said what she said about Tupac. Her love for Tupac is why she's for the streets, because she slept with August Alsina. She's for the streets. Is that what I'm hearing? Is there anything else that you put up under that? It's a whole bunch of
things. But yes, that alone did it. If our son comes home and we take in one of his homeboys just dealing with something, and you sleep with him and have a relationship with him, you're for the streets. F you at that point.
Okay, this is where we're going
because
to.
I can only imagine if Will slept with one of their daughter, homegirl, young homegirl. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, good pedophile. You just didn't. You was a predator, Will. Oh my God. This is
my perspective, and why I say we got to be willing to see or understand and be understanding, try to see ourselves in the people, in reality. Because what happens is we become judgmental when you can't, let me speak. When you cannot see things from another person's perspective, or willing to see something from another person's perspective, or see yourself from their perspective, or in their situation somehow, some way, you become judgmental of it.
We all are judgmental. We're doing it right now. We're speaking on it. We're giving our opinion on it. So that's exactly what we're doing.
But I would say this too, and what I've come to understand in the word, there are some things in which you can judge and have an opinion on. Yes, and there are certain things when it is really judgmental, and you should not, you know what I'm saying? Where it's calling you not to be judgmental. So there are places and times where you can judge certain things, and certain things not so much. And this is what I just have to say in regards to what the point you're trying to make of the man and a woman that is for the streets. I think, because I kind of hear you saying it's a difference in a man and a woman that is for the streets. But a man can be considered for the streets that constantly cheats on his wife, or cheats on his wife, not maybe even constantly, but you had a couple of cheats on your wife, or you treat your wife like she ain't your wife. There are, it ain't always just gotta be you just have a I don't care attitude. You married, but you don't care about nothing. So you for the streets. No. You can be considered for the streets in how you show up with your wife. That you don't act like you want to be married. You don't treat your wife like you want to be married. So I don't want men to get it confused that, because I'm acting like this, or I ain't just ruthless with it, then I'm husband material. I'm still husband material. But a woman who boom boom boom, she for the streets. That little saying right there is used so much. Certain women, okay, yeah, she ain't trying to be wife. She ain't trying to be this, that, and the other. Yep, she not wanting to be married. But there are women that can say that they probably feel like their husband is for the streets, how he shows up with her, how he shows up in his marriage. But tell me what we talking about today is Jada Pinkett Smith. But of course, how the Couples Lounge show rolls is that sometimes things come to surface, come up, and we start talking about different aspects. And so when you came in with Mun hollering about Jada is from the streets and she ain't wifey material.
Everybody knows that.
No, not everybody. No, everybody. No. Okay, I'm the only person amongst a billion people that feel like Jada Pinkett Smith is not. Man, that can be an ongoing story. So let's go to the second point. And that is their separation, or separating. Not divorcing on paper, but divorcing in every other way. This is a reality. These are things that married people subscribe to. And that is, we're going to separate. And we're going to try to work on our marriage separated. Do you feel like that's biblical?
It can. I mean, I don't see it being a sin if you're still acting and operating as a married person. I think it becomes more difficult to do that if I'm living here and you living in a whole nother house, apartment, whatnot. At some point, that's not beneficial to make us come together.
Mm-hmm.
We could start living separate. So if we're living separate, we're going to act in a separate manner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can get it if emotionally you need a little time apart, maybe because the things can get physical. So you need, okay, you know what? Let me stay with mama for a little bit. But I'm under the belief, just go to another bedroom or whatever. I'm not a fan of separating
out of
to
the
make
house.
it out of the house to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Can it work? Has people done that and got their marriage back together? I'm sure they have.
Mm-hmm.
I just believe it makes it more difficult when you live here, I live here, but we're going to try to make it work. Yeah, that's different. That's, man, I'm not in favor of that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm against that. Me personally,
Yeah.
I'm sure some people have done it and made it work, but I don't. I mean, anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think anything is possible, but man, that's not realistic in my opinion.
And I think, like they said, that they've been separated, not in the same house since 2016.
You're
so
no
that
longer
is
my wife.
that is 7 years
You're no longer my wife.
separated. And her thing is she couldn't bring herself to file for a divorce, or they couldn't. I'm gonna say they, but she said she,
So you just
because
gonna
they
live
felt like it's nothing that they couldn't work through. But if it ain't nothing y'all can't work through, why are y'all separated for 7 years? And then they did start actually using the term life partner and saying, well, we're gonna take away husband and wife. This is all because they separated. And for me, what I internalize is like, that's what we do when we are trying to make something that is not right. We start putting our culture spin on things. We start trying to make it look right, feel right. How? Because our spirit be convicted. So how do we make this feel right when it's not right? When I say not right, I'm talking about biblically not right. And I believe that's what they kind of have done.
Too many doors are open when we separate.
I agree.
Mentally, physically,
I
get it possibly for a short period of time. Look, right now we're about to tear each other heads off. I'm gonna go stay with my mama for the day 2, and then I'm coming back home no matter what. I'm not even a fan of that, but that's more understandable. Then I got bills over here. I live here.
Mm-hmm.
You live here. Wait, what in the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, miss me. When we get to the point where you want to live here and you want me to live here,
stop for divorce.
Yeah, let's go and get them papers. Let's go and get them papers, my Nick.
And I just, for me, it, like, again, this is just me thinking through as we preparing for this show. When you go into saying, well, we just gonna separate, we're gonna live in 2 different houses, but we're not going to break the covenant, you are still living under.
You're telling me they're being faithful?
You're still, well, probably not. You're still living under. You still living under the covenant, the vows, the commitment that you made to God. And so when we create this cultural acceptance that goes against God's plan, even when you don't believe,
7 years.
When you don't believe in God, it still has an impact. So just look at all the confusion that has manifested itself, calling themselves, they want to live separate, but we gonna still be married.
What is the purpose?
It doesn't go. I really feel
go on with your life.
But she said they didn't know how to tell the people. Man, so that's what the struggle.
Your kids are grown men and women. I get them some little bitty kids. I kind of can understand that. But as they're grown, I'm not living my life for my children at that point. I want to make them happy. Give me some grandkids, but I'm not living my life for you no more. I have done my part. You have left the nest. You're on your own. You living life. You're flying. You're doing.
But
my life is about us and me.
But then again, so I would charge y'all right now. Again, this nothing for me, nothing coincidence. God brings stuff into the universe for a reason. Everybody talking about this right now. How many of us are living in a certain way because we worried about what other people gonna think or what other people gonna say? And it might not just be in marriage.
I will say this about us. We can't fake.
Oh,
if we're mad at each other, not vibing, if we put in public, you would know it.
If you know us, you sure would know it.
We don't. I don't love you, Dundee, and you know we ain't spoke the whole way through. I ain't touching you.
Or I done had to take 50-11 breaths before we showed up to make sure I get my energy right.
That's not us. That's not us.
And it does take a changing of the thoughts. Let me take some breaths.
I've never understood how do you do that. I don't like you right now, but yes, I'm. Oh yeah, hey y'all, my baby. Like, how do you do that? I think that's crazy as hell to me. Like, that would scare me. Like, who are you?
But the thing about it is, if you have practiced that way of being, some people been practicing being unauthentic since they was kids. They were required to. And so when that has been your norm and your practice, you can be an adult and put that mask on and keep it pushing. It ain't nobody gotta know.
Mask off.
So some James said, I want to point out, that the marriage covenant means nothing to these people. James, I'm going to say this, that I believe a lot of people get married not even understanding the marriage covenant and looking at it, and I ain't just talking about Will and Jada, and looking at it as a marriage covenant. A lot of people are going into marriage, and I would say we were included. We just getting married. We just that surface level married, not even realizing the vows and the covenant and the union that you are taking with God. We realize that later on in our marriage, but 25 years old, it's like, we getting married, we gonna raise kids together, we about to be faithful to one another. That's surface level stuff, but not really looking at marriage as a covenant. And I believe that's why
very few people
are so.
If you get married at 25, you didn't realize the significance. The covenant for us biblically, what is God said about marriage and as a husband, as a wife. At 25, how many actually knew that and took it serious on that level? All you thought was have a job, be faithful, raise a family. Surface stuff, as you said.
And I think, and I want to even say first time people that has not really taken the time to really get to understand marriage before they actually get married. Whether you 30, 40, I'm going to tell you this. Understand what the covenant is and what it is about. Make sure you get premarital coaching with the Tux so that you can have a spiritual understanding and a spiritual revelation of what it is really about. And so, okay, babe, we're finna move on. But the one last point I wanted to make was, it was sad to read. Jada said she was crying because she had to have a wedding. She cried because she had to have a wedding. I think her heart was with Tupac, but you realize you couldn't be with that person for whatever reason. And there's a lot of people out there like that now that married somebody else.
She was crying because she had to have a
wedding. Yeah.
She didn't want a wedding.
No.
But you're tripping when I say she's for the
streets. I don't feel like she's for the streets. I feel like this, because I know people where, or have seen this, where people's heart was with somebody else, but they couldn't have them for whatever reason, locked up, whatever the case may be. And so they met somebody else, and this was almost like the next best thing. And so they entered into that. And so it has become real clear to me that girl loved Tupac. Munch, be quiet because just be quiet.
Because what?
Just be quiet.
What?
Just be quiet.
Why are you
I'm not defending, but it's not a defending. You don't.
Okay.
I just feel
Okay.
you have a warped way of thinking when it comes to
warped way of thinking. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Women sometimes.
Wow.
When it comes to this street, they for the street, they for the streets. But
as a man,
when I say it's warped, it's that same energy. Do not be towards the men.
That's not true.
That's just my perspective.
Wait,
okay,
you're wrong.
So let's talk about the marriage retreat. So the marriage retreat. So you all know we had a marriage retreat. Basically, I do believe the original. She basically settled for Will, and now she just won't out.
She doesn't like Will.
I don't believe that.
I believe that. Her actions and her words show me consistently she doesn't like that man. I don't think she like him. Seriously.
I don't think she loves him enough to want to be in marriage with him forever. I think that she's at a place where it was like maybe, I don't know this to be true. This is just my perspective. I hooked up with you. My love was here. And now I want to honor myself. I want to be true to me. I want to be true to what I feel, what I think. And like I said, she actually could have loved him absolutely in a marriage, and that it was a lot of hurt and pain attached in a marriage from infidelity to on both ends of the party, possibly. That it's been a lot of hurt in that marriage. And it's been times if infidelity is the way we can get out, where they could have got out and they didn't, and they tried to push through and they tried to fight through. But when your heart has been severely broken, it is a healing process. And just imagine the level that they own and what they experience. And man, like, yeah. So that's just my perspective. I just feel like she's at a place of living in her truth and wanting to honor herself and want to come up from up under the umbrella of secrets. Under the umbrella of secrets. Go ahead. Okay, so the marriage retreat. So what I loved about the marriage retreat is that we get to we were able to bring out certain things. Like, I wish Will and Jada could have been at the marriage retreat, but you're able to. Yeah, I do. Prior to this, we were doing them in the past. Like, I wish everybody could have had that experience. So, just real quick, Babe did one of the assignments with the people. And so, what was that experience like for you? I don't want to give the assignment out totally because that's something that we do with our married couples. Okay. But the hard work assignment was a part of childhood where you had to go and do this assignment. So when you read through and saw what you had to do and actually get ready to do it, what was your thought process?
My thought before I did it, I didn't think it would really be that big of a deal. Like, this is simple. I ain't gonna probably find nothing. It ain't. But I prayed before I did it and went to where I needed to go to the place and got what I had to get. To see what I saw, it was like.
And it wasn't your first choice, right?
No, it wasn't. But then when I saw, I was like, oh my God. Oh, I'm looking around like, Lord, what the heck? Okay, Lord. So yeah, it was a trip. It was.
So for you, after getting the book, after doing the assignment, what did you realize that you brought in from your childhood experience that was showing up in the marriage?
Me not letting go. If you do me wrong, you hurt me, I find it's hard for me to let things go.
Mm-hmm.
when I feel I've been done wrong. I don't like you no more, and there's just out of this to it. Two, being lied on, especially being lied on. Oh my goodness, and it could be a small lie. Yeah, man, I saw you at the store. Man, I went at the store. Why you don't lie on me? Do not lie on me. Lying on me almost got me locked up for 99 years. I was facing, and it was just so I can't. No, don't lie on me. Now I've gotten to the point to where I'm better. I'm not convicted of it. Where I don't care, man. You can lie. I don't care. Sometimes I'm that way. Sometimes it'll set me off if you lie on me. And then sometimes hey, say what, I don't care. So I'm working on not caring if people lie on me. What bothers me is too, I can't help it when you lie on me and then you lying, and I'm working on it. I'm in like, Lord, he's still working on me. I'm in, he's still chipping away.
I just had an aha as you were sitting there talking too.
What?
Of when I say how it actually kind of shows up in our marriage is and that's in the power of getting clear, because I would say there was times where Mon can be believing something like that is really his truth, and because I'm speaking something differently, he would take it as it not being true, but it's because his mind is literally fixated. My husband has a fixated way of thinking.
What the
You do, baby. He has a fixated way of thinking.
You don't? You gonna sit here and say you
no,
don't?
I do, but okay. I would say this about me. Okay. And this is what we learned about us in our when we went through a couples coaching session in July.
What's the difference? What's the button?
Their beliefs. Oh, that I'm open to seeing a second way, a third way, a fourth.
I'm not.
I would say you've gotten better. And it takes a little bit of coaching. And babe, stop. Babe, take a breath. Babe, this. It takes me ushering in some skills and some tools to help my baby process that second way of thinking. But that was just an aha that I just had as you were speaking. And so I was able to realize, I didn't do the assignment this time, but I've done the assignment before. And it is to see the shame and the guilt that I carried and how it showed up in our marriage. For as me, fighting for my character, or, me taking the power of my voice back. And you able to see how that is displayed in your union. And I believe that's the work that we do, is helping people understand how childhood is present in your marriage, so you can stop blaming or even have a understanding of your spouse and your significant other. And I know I've heard Jada express, and I think Will has too, talked about their childhood.
Yeah, Will saw his mom get beat up.
Yeah, so you got to look at how that plays a part in your marriage, and that
might have had something to do with the slap.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So I would say taking the power of your voice back. Ramon, no chokeholds, please. And see, that's the perception he done gave y'all.
What?
That's the perception that he has given y'all, because he be saying foolish stuff like that.
I never said I just,
baby,
girl, don't go.
No,
there.
This is what you
lied and said
this
I
is
put
what
my hands on you.
No,
don't go
no,
there.
You haven't. But when you insinuate stuff, girl, I've been done choked you. I've been done done it. I done done that. Yes, that is, and that's why I be like, stop saying that, because you know you ain't gonna do that.
It depends on what the hell I said it for. What are we talking about?
again. I don't care what we talking about. I don't care what we talking about.
Say it.
You ain't finna choke me.
Do what Jada did.
Man, shut up.
Do what Jada did. Watch. Hey.
I know my friends probably saying, what about that time in that hotel, Candace?
Ooh, do what Will and Jada did. I couldn't say, man. I'm not built that way.
Man,
I couldn't take what Will have taken.
I know you couldn't, but you ain't finna choke me, so stop saying that and insinuating that if you don't want to be in jail. That's all I'm saying.
You press charges on me? You don't love me.
We'll be doing
live from Mansfield.
Will I call him? Am I black? Am I black?
Boy.
And let you see me call him. 911.
Nah, that wouldn't be good. You gonna call the police?
911.
Let me choke you a little harder. You gonna call the police in front of me? All right, come on. I'm sorry. We can have fun. Shut up. Come on, girl. Hey, man, we can't even.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Jesus, help us on today. Yeah, take my power back. James, I felt like I lost my power
Appreciate the info.
as a teenager.
I'm gonna need some help.
And I realized, as y'all see, the personality that I have connected myself with, it gives me an opportunity to use my voice to heal that part of my little girl. And we have come to a place, for those that you are just tuning in, we've been married for 21 years. We've been together for 28 years. And so there has been things in our marriage that we had to go through, that we had to experience, that was not fun, was not
I've been pretty innocent in them 28 though.
It was a lot of growth moments to where we can stand here today and be able to talk about those moments, not get mad about those moments, accept our imperfection, and to also see the times where we've gotten the areas in which we have gotten to the other side.
Person to know a crazy person.
Oh my God. So we're able to, and being able to and we've done our own work. We've gotten counseling, when we were 10 years in. We just recently did it again. And I've done my own personal
what the hell
work.
Are you talking about now, babe? What?
But I'm just giving the people that this is their first time, so they are experiencing us in a certain way on today. So I'm just explaining that in marriage.
You got to explain to us.
Oh my God! So what's your somebody should have told me so we can get on off of here. We didn't really get to talk.
But she really is. But that's not my somebody should tell me. Somebody should have told me right now. I guess so. Go ahead.
We didn't really get to talk about I guess we talked enough about the retreat.
Man, retreat.
I was gonna say, give your that be your somebody should have told me.
Man, I had fun. I connected with 5 brothers, but 5. Like I knew one, so me and him already. So I would say 4 more brothers. Man, I had a great time. Golly, we had fun. Coming together, seeing. Because I don't want to say too much.
James, stop. Okay, keep going, baby.
Seeing married couples bond in a way that they haven't bonded. Connect in a way they haven't connected. Seeing people resistant for even being there to all of a sudden loving and embracing the fact that they're there.
Yeah.
Like that was big.
Yeah.
Again, Man, I'm here. I don't want to get fined.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, who are you?
Yeah.
You loving being here,
requesting certain aspects of the retreat to happen.
Like, wow. But we knew that because we've been to a marriage retreat before,
and we work with couples, so
we
see
saw. I knew that was gonna happen. And then at night, to me, the cap of it, at night, me and the fellas, we would hang out on the pier at the lake, and I sit go up at the Bluetooth speaker and just chilling at night. That was a beautiful night, Kappa, to it. So again, that was my thing, just to seeing the couples connect and bond in a way that they really never have. And two, that same couple seeing other couples connect and bond, and they seeing it like, wow, look how they can. Oh wow, seeing the love and experience it. Wow, wait a minute, they going through something similar. Wow, look how they loving each other. Wow, and they having aha moments of seeing other couples like, oh wow, and hearing the brothers say, bro, it ain't just me. No, boy, it ain't just you.
Yeah. And I think that part you said, connecting, the couples were married from 3 years to 19. That was the range. But the 3-year couple had been married before. And so they have been in unions for 15 to 20 years in their other reunion. So like you said, it was that even though we've been married 14 years, 19 years, for them to come and be able to, like we said on the flyer, renew, rejuvenate, and reconnect and take that thing to another level and have, I've been with you this long and I still have an opportunity to learn and understand.
They might have showed up, and I'm not exaggerating, like this from each other when they first got there. But at the end,
y'all seen the confession, y'all seen the testimonials. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this. Okay. I cried. I was in tears.
Yeah.
I was in tears.
Literally.
Literally. I don't want to say too much. Seeing others
have breakthroughs.
That great way to say it. Great way to say it. It was like, whoa, how can the hell could I not cry? Like, damn, this was wow.
Seeing baby reaching for tissue, I'm like, I ain't even looking. I'm not looking.
Oh my goodness.
Keep your eyes right here, Candace.
My goodness. Yeah. Nah, man, seriously though, when they left, every single person was overjoyed that they came.
Yeah.
Every single person was so filled when they left with love, appreciation, admiration for their spouse. Because both of them saw the other one really break down.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw me do it. I saw her, and it's like, damn, she loved me. Damn, he loved. It was.
Man, it was God.
It was. And the place is beautiful.
God.
The place is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
The rooms was fine, man. It really, like, no lie. It was. It was. Hell yeah.
And I love the intimate.
Next time though.
I love the intimacy of it all. And I ain't told him this.
It was Kimpo. It was beautiful to watch that. Because everybody was vulnerable.
Everybody.
And I mean
100%.
But they were vulnerable it was a safe place to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And their spouse allowed them to be vulnerable and they received it.
Yeah.
And then they were vulnerable. She was vulnerable. And I allowed her to safe place to, and I received it. And so it was woo, like, oh Lord, Jesus Christ. There was certain people soon they got to talk like, Lord, give me the tissue. Lord, I'm gonna cry. Lord Jesus, help me. It was dang, man.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful, and I knew it was gonna be God sent him just because how we prayed over that thing, how we the VIP that thing, but how I wanted to see God work. But when we arrived on Friday, and we're going to get off of here, we arrived on Friday. I had the intention of literally, I wanted to do a release at the end on the last day. Where we're going to release something and say, we're giving this to God.
Speak on that when you finish.
And, and I want to do a Chinese lantern, but I was like, man, I think like those ain't always approved everywhere. I didn't want them to say, nah, y'all can't do it. I said, boom, I know we can be safe with some balloons. After we checked in on, the plan was check in, and then we're going to run up to Kroger's and I'm going to order some white balloons. But when we showed up and that woman said, y'all came on the weekend, that on Sunday, the day I was going to do the release, or we was going to do the release, we are going to do, y'all came on the weekend where we do a butterfly release. A real monarch butterfly release. If you know anything about butterflies, they mean transformation. The whole process from caterpillar to butterfly is a representation of marriage. And I was absolutely in awe of how God worked that thing. You want to release a balloon? I heard the Island Iverson. A balloon? A balloon? No. This is what I got set up. And how it all worked out was that it was released after a very pivotal point on that Sunday. And y'all, it was just beautiful. And so, same plan. You got your butterfly. What are you transforming? What is the transformation? What are you releasing? And you speak that thing before you release it. And something else that was so beautiful was that, I don't know if baby witnessed it, but there were opportunities where the staff was able to see God at work because they came in on the end of the activity.
Yeah.
When we did the intimacy thing, they came in on the end of that.
The intimacy she had, and I didn't want, I'm thinking, man, I hope this woman don't show up. It was almost like a tantric yoga. But in a respectful kind, it wasn't explicit. I mean, because there wasn't that type of retreat. But it was very sensual, if you will, so with your partner. But again, in a respectful manner. We wasn't doing that great, trust me. But it was, I loved it. I had fun. But here's the trip with the butterfly release. One couple got all girls. And the brother was like, man, I think God mad at me. God don't like me. I just got all
kids
girls.
Are girls.
Yeah, I just got all girls. I've been, he was the typical guy before and all that. So he's like, man. So they teach you the different males, females,
how to tell them apart.
Yes, they got their butterfly, and before they released it, man, it's a girl. God don't like me. I still got another girl.
A girl butterfly.
A girl butterfly. They're like, wow. And we had to put a tracker on it. Yeah. Man, they go from Mexico.
Baby, you're not gonna get no story about these butterflies.
I'm sorry.
But we pray and hope and know whatever couples are supposed to be at the next retreat, we'll be there. It's about gonna be the same time next year in October, so start getting your money right. It is gonna be one extra day because I had way too much that I wanted to do that I didn't get an opportunity to do. But it was exactly what it needed to be for this first time.
Man, the place is.
So start getting your funds, start putting a little back, if you know that, you want to invest in your marriage.
Thursday to Sunday. We arrive on a Thursday. We chuck them the deuce on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I say the same weekend because most people are off that Monday.
Oh, okay. All right. So thank y'all for tuning in to the Couples Lounge show. We wish that more people will get the support they need versus resorting to culture, society way of being in marriage. And let's do it the God way, the design way. And we have the likelihood of being more successful with it, in it. And so thank you. What I did. Oh, you Millie Whopping. Hey. But what I didn't tell, baby, is in 2016. No, 2026. Would it be 2026? What's next year? 24?
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with
2025. I want to do the retreat 2 times a year.
In what months?
We'll figure it out. Thank y'all. Have a good weekend. Bye.